everybody. Welcome to MCC headquarters. My name is Ray Navarro, application engineer, and today we will be speaking about L220 Type 12 ATC machine. We will be touching on holders, how to set up tools or touch up the tools, and how to navigate or utilize HMI screen for the ATC. Hey guys, so here at the top of my table, I have the holders and the fixture that I use specific dedicated for L220 Type 12 ATC. This holder we call BT15, as you can see, and I got two different suppliers by the moment. One, it's Yukiwa Seiko, or this one with the black nut, and this one, it will be from Citizen-Cincom genuine tools. They're really accurate. I tested here, and you can find no more than 1 micron, right? So, which is good, really perfect to me. I love it. So by the moment, again, we just have these two suppliers. Probably in the near future, we will have more from different suppliers. We'll see. All right, so very specific stuff that I want to point out here. It's when you use this type of holders, same as any BMC, HMC, which have automatic tool changer, you got to make sure on a couple things that you don't have a bad holder, rusty holder, a bad pull start. So for cleaning matters, I would recommend to use a lint-free cloth and get it dry and clean with this kind of cloth that I have right here, and make sure once in a while take it out and check specific pull start that it's not damaged, because this is going out and in all the time, every time I do tool change. And I would recommend once in a while take a look, check, inspection. If it looks fine, keep using it. If not, replace. And that way you can avoid problems with your machine. About the holders, also I have provided by Yukiwa. This is a YTC15 I use for place my BT15s and tie them up, right? Lock down my nut and my tool. But also, you can get creative, and this is the one that I first made when I first get the ATC at my floor. I don't have this one. I don't have the fancy one, so I make this of aluminum and steel the keys. No, it will work the same. As you can see, you can use it. It will be the same to tighten up the knot, 22 millimeters knot, and also you can tighten them up or loosen up the pull stop. This is what I use when I first have the machine here. All right. So saying that, I want to have a quick approach about the accuracy of this holder that I just said to you. I say earlier or before, very accurate, 1 micron, but also being a machinist, you gotta take in consideration the type of ear collet that you're using. In this case, all the time or by the moment, it's just ear 16. And ear 16 came different types. I don't want to go through all the types, but kind of like everybody or most of the people use kind of the standard ones, which have 12 or 16 slots. Standard one that everybody knows, it has about 10 microns of runout. There's more accurate, like ultra precision ones. There's two types. One has 5 microns of runout, and there's another one that goes more than that, and it's also high performance one. I get it, usually I get it from Rigofix, but that's your preference. There's many out there. And the most accurate they have, it's about 2 microns, which I love it. Usually this collet, if you order an example collet for 8mm tool, shank tool, right? Standard, you will have like a gap in between 8 and 7. Is that normal? But when you go to the high accuracy ones, it will be specific for your shank. Also, these collets are made for to hold our shanks, and they're made for collapse, not for expand. Okay. That being said, if you order a collet for 8mm and it's a standard one, just I just say it, it's 8 to 7. Let's say somebody, oh, I have 8.2. Don't use that. It will damage the collet, and also it will damage the holder plus the knot. It's not good practice. So these collets are specific, and again, they're made to collapse, not to expand. Right? Got it? All right. So saying that, and as you can see, there's many types. You can look for your preference. I love Rigofix, but I know there's many out. All right. So the way that I set up these tools by Citizen, you cannot have any tool stick out from the knot outside more than 30mm. Also, diameter cannot be more than 30mm. So saying that, the way that I usually do, and you can do it same way, or I'm going to show you 2 ways. You can use your caliper, and as you know, caliper, they're made out of steel, right? So you can use this way, this part of the caliper. You can do this way and see how much gap you have. But I like more using my stop block. This is a stopper. This is manufactured. It's made of aluminum, right? So the reason that I like to use that, it's because I don't want to have my carbide tools touching the steel, and I can ship out the steel, the carbide, and if I don't notice, then I would run into a problem, right? So if you do that with aluminum, that will not happen, right? So you see, I have a gap in between, so I'm good to go. I can place this on my machine and good to go. I'm not worried. I'm sure it's not sticking out more than 30mm. That's fine. Perfect. So I have an example here. This is just like a gauge pin, just to show on the video. So I just put it there. So you see, I have a gap here. So this means it's exceeding more than 30. So I need to adjust my tool. All right. Also, for very tiny tools, we have you can find out. There's a couple manufacturers. Mostly I go always usually with Gen Swiss on this kind of like an extension for really tiny ones. So this can be used, and again, you gotta look for not more than 30mm stick out from the nut. You can see right now that's perfect for really small tools, tiny tools. All right, so I'm just showing, and I want to show the holders available that we have by the moment. So again, 2 suppliers by the moment. First one will be Yukiwa Seiko, and the other one will be Alps. You can get those over the internet. Also, you can contact a local distributor, or you can just simply go to us too. So parts department. But so this is what we have for ATC machine. And I think I'm done with this. So let's go to the machine and set up a couple tools. So let me show you how to set up this tool over the ATC. Let's go. Alright guys, let's go and start setting up some tools on the ATC machine. But first, because I don't have, by the moment, anything decided or created, like as a part. So for setting up the tools, all I need to have is correct my MC data. I'm talking about bar stock and tool positioning point. That's all I need for this purpose, right? Let's look over this and I will show you. Alright, so as I say before, in order to set up my tools over the ATC or anywhere at the machine, I don't have anything decided to make or whatever, so I will need to create a program and get right MC data, right? So what I will need, it's just bar stock diameter and tool positioning points, because that's all I need for that for now. So I'm gonna go edit, list, new input program. I'm gonna call 2020 as a program number. Then I'm gonna put the comment. I'm gonna say set up tools ATC, right? So this will be my comment in my program. So now I gotta go, and if you see, I have this program, it's blank, it's created 2020 setup tools ATC. I gotta go and fix my MC data. So right now my bar stock, it's saying 0.700, right? I have already in the machine a half-inch bar. So I'm gonna put here 0.5, which is half-inch. And I'm gonna say here 0.1 as my tool positioning point, and that's it. With that, I can go. In here, on the second page, I need to, before I select the whole program, I need to tell machine what holder I have. In this case, it's just one, so I gotta go one, input, and GSC 1310 for 7 and 8, and that's fine. Fine. Opposite tool pos, I will pick 1. 6 spindle holders, back tool pos will be also 1. You have more options, but for now, just 1. And then after that, I can go prep mode, program select, and select my program. It's thinking, so it's saying holder has been changed. That's fine. So now I will see here 2020, and that's it. That's all I need to set up my tools for now. Saying that, because this is specific to show how it works, HMI display screen, I'm gonna go there. So menu select, you see Softkey ATC, and then in here I have a tool change. So tool change, when this screen, it's specific, dedicated just for setting up tools and manipulate ATC. I'm talking about ATC, so that will be A5, A6, and before I continue, A5, it will be the linear axis I want to show you later, and A6, it will be the rotational one that it's pretty much the magazine. All right, so 10 choices I have here. So tool change, it will make like a series of sequence. So let's say if I have a holder already defined on my MEU 110, which is the B-axis holder that works for the ATC, right? And I perform tool change, so it will go and place that tool on the station that I preset before, because once you set up the stations, it always remembers. So it will dump that tool on that station, and then it will pick the next one. All right. Tool store, when you set up the tool, it will go and store that tool on the specific station that you have highlight here. Tool take, it will work slightly different. So it will go, instead of going above the fingers and place down the holder, it will go center line and then go up. It will be slightly different. 4, magazine index. Assume anything you have, you see the yellow, it's number station 3, it's highlighted. If I click 4, A6, which is rotational axis, it will be indexing at the top position that we can see it from here. Shutter open and close, it's just opening the shutter and close the shutter. Air blown on and off, it can be used for clean up where the taper is. So you can take the tool out, turn on the air blow on, and then you gotta turn it off. That's all about it. Number 9, magazine retract. This is basically to being used if you have A5 all the way toward the front and you need to retract, it will retract all the way back to home position. Choice number 10, it will be back spindle retract. Let's say you have Z2 and X2 in the way, or C2 all the way toward the guide bushing. You cannot do anything until the machine knows it's on the safe position. So if you hit choice 10, it will retract first Z2 all the way to 0 position, and also X2, it will be on specific point that we had prefixed on machine variables. All right, that's all about of this page, just for set up the tools. Also, I gotta point out, when you have any station highlight like this, so if you hit clear, you will be deleting that whole line. That's fine. Sometimes you want to get rid of that line, that's fine. That's the choice. You see, it's asking you, yes, go. But if you hit all clear, you will be deleting the whole string. All the setting will be deleted. As you see now, everything on tool type is saying no tool. So inside the machine right now, I have nothing. So let's go and set up some tools. All right. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have this tool, right? I check already, and before I say, check always how much is sticking out before you place the tool in the holder and then send it to the magazine, right? I'm good to go. So I'm gonna go and set up this tool. So in order to set up the tool, I will need to go a different string, and I gotta go and scroll down, and if you see tool 12, no tool. All the tools for the ATC are tool 12 inside the program. So all the time it will be tool 12. The only thing that changed inside the program, it will be when you call up the tool, you will use a macro, which is M346, and argument E will select which station you're gonna grab. Okay, so I'm gonna set up this tool. As you can see, and I said before, make sure that you're not exceeding the 30 millimeter stick out. This one, fine. And now, as you can see again, there's no tool set. Everything is at 0, nothing there. So in order to set up this tool, you gotta go tool 12. And again, every time, all the time, in this machine, all the tools will be tool 12. That's the one that handles the ATC. Inside the program, only thing will be different. It's when you call up the next tool, it will be macro code will be M346, argument E. E will be which station or which pocket, right? If I want to pick tool 5 and I have pre-selected tool 3, when I command M346 E5, it will goes place and store tool 3 or anything you have in the holder, and then go and pick 5. All right, before I set any tool, I gotta change tool type. So as you can see, no tool, so command set. I'm gonna go cross. Now I'm saying cross, so I gotta have my door open to place my tool, and I gotta push this button because I know I don't have anything in the holder, so I can push the button, and because it's blinking, that means it's on clamp, right? It's blinking. When it's clamped, doesn't blink, right? So grabbing the tool with one hand and the other one the button, so I'm gonna go place my tool and clamp it, right? But I want to move and touch off my tool. But what I'm seeing right now, as you can see, A5, it's linear. So A5 is the one that comes forward, and also it will retract, right? A6, it's rotational, so it's the one that rotates the whole magazine, all right? So saying that, right now I would like to have my A5, I would like to send it home, all right? So I can come here, ATC, magazine retract, it will be number 9, so I'm gonna say 9, and then go there. As you can see, hold on, come here again. I select 9. You see, press star key, and magazine A5 will retract. Let's see. Okay, so as you can see, so it's retracting the A5. All right. Good. Also, as you can see, I have my shutter open. Go back to the ATC screen. And I say it before, so I want to shutter close, so I can say 6 input, saying press start key and close the magazine shutter. All right, so input and cycle start, and you will see the shutter, it will close. Okay, so it doesn't close because the door is open. So it's saying, hey, you got the door open, I need you to close, so close the door. You gotta do it again, shutter close, 6 input, and take a look inside. You see, now it closed. You got it? All right. So now I'm gonna go back to the prep page on tool 12, and I'm gonna say position point. All right, I'm gonna go down with my so as you can see, it moved. You're seeing the guy pushing, so I think let me do this way. I'm gonna open my door, and I think you can get it better. So now I'm gonna hit command set. All right. Set diameter, and it will move. As you can see, it's moving. All right, but as you can see, I need now to bring out the bar stock, so I will need to retract diameter to a safe point. So I'm cranking the hand wheel toward the positive side, and now I'm gonna change longitude. Gotta make sure the collet is closed, right? So, as you can see now, I'm gonna go out with my bar stock. And again, going back to diameter, I'm gonna approach the tool, but now, at this point, I will need to have a shim Piece of paper. At this point, I just have a piece of paper with me, so I want to touch up my tool like we've been doing for years. All right, so I'm gonna touch up that tool against my bar stock until I get the paper cut. Make sure that you don't have the machine too fast. So you see now it gets cut. I think that's fine. As you can see, it stays. So now I will come here and I'm gonna hit input on diameter. So as soon as I hit input, this number will go here because right now it's on 0. You see? So now what I would like to do, and you can do position point and it will be away from the bar stock, and also you can do and stay in this page, but you need to make sure where to go. So I'm gonna crank my hand wheel toward the positive side, so it will go away. And the reason that I'm doing that, you see, I'm away now. I want to retract longitude, make it inside the guide bushing, and I want to go back here to 0, right? And now I need to add to that setting the amount of the paper. The paper is 3 thou, but because this will be diameter, I gotta add 6 thou. So you will see here, I'm gonna go now minus 6 thou. All right, and now because this my 6 thou, it's minus sign, and my setting it's plus. This will subtract from 474, so now you will have 468. So basically, I'm done with that tool at this moment, just to touch up. So, all right, next one. Now, I will need to go HMI string, ATC, and decide where I want that tool, all right? So I want that tool, I'm gonna say, okay, so I want that tool being on tool 3, right? So I gotta tell them, all right, highlight, you see it's in yellow. I want tool 3, and I wanna say tool store. So I'm gonna go 2, but first I will need to close my door just because training purpose video. I'm gonna left the door open, but this it's not don't do these. So it's better just close the door. It's just I just want to show you a good video, all right? So I'm gonna store that tool. It will be choice 2. Input. If you can see here, press start key and store the tool to specify magazine number. Okay, so I'm gonna, you see, now you're gonna see it's gonna place that tool at station 3. You see now it's indexing, and now it's gonna go down, place it, go retract A5, and flip the B axis. That's all about setting up the tool. Let's do another one. All right, once you get there, you remember our 0.4668? Now that number, it's here. Anytime that you change tools, it will swap from that previous page to this one, those numbers, right? So now I want to set up another tool. Again, I'm going to pick this one, and again, always I check how much I'm sticking out, so I'm safe. From here to here, again, 30 millimeters, right? So I gotta go out from here, and I gotta go to 12 again. So So I gotta tell tool 12, now set, 2 will be cross, done. Now I gotta tell and open my door. So I'm gonna take the key out, right? And then I will hold one hand the holder and the button. So I'm gonna unclamp, place the holder and clamp. That's it. Again, I'm gonna get my paper. I'm gonna say position point. I'm gonna go man set, diameter. I'm gonna look, it's not safe. I'm gonna retract, being on man set. I'm gonna change, and I wanna bring bar stock out. Alright. And then back to diameter, and now I'm gonna touch up my tool. I'm gonna go until I get the paper cut. Gotta go slow. Alright. So I'm sensing, you see, paper is there, right? I'm gonna go, if you can come here. I got 391. I'm gonna hit input, and this number again, it will go diameter, right? Staying on that page, again, you can go out, position point, but I want to add the amount of my paper, right? So I will stay there, hold my paper, because I don't want to lose it. I'm gonna go toward the positive side, retract my bar stock inside the guide bushing, go back to diameter, make it 0, right? 0, and the paper was, again, it was 3 thou, but I need to double that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 391. So it will be minus and plus. This now will be 0.385. Input. Got it. Done. Once I get there, just make sure you're working just with diameter. You don't need to hit input on longitude. You're just utilizing this screen to move and retract the bar stock and all this stuff, right? So I have my tool set, but now again, I want to decide where I want to place this tool. All right. So let's say I want to place this tool on tool 4, right? What do I need to do? Do you remember? I remember tool store. So I got to be on tool, but again, I need to close my door. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the key, and I'm going to say choice tool, input, right? And you will look inside, and it will place that tool on pocket or station 4, as you can see. So index, you see the numbers. Okay. Go back and flip over. So another thing that you gotta be careful all the time, it's how much you have stick out on 7 and 8, because as you can see, this part of the MU 110, it flips all the time, so you cannot have here more than 45 millimeters sticking out. So watch those too, right? So you just go, come back, and done. So basically, that's all about setting up the tools on ATC. There's nothing else. So let's say now I have 2 tools already. I want to grab tool 3 and then perform tool change just to show you. So I'm gonna grab 3. So I just go 3, highlight, and I'm gonna say tool take. I'm gonna say 3, input, and grab my tool. It's going, so now because it's going to take the tool, it will go direct to the center instead of going up and then down. That's the difference. Go, get the tool, flip it back, done. That's all about. So now, as you can see, it's saying this is my tool selected. But I want to highlight 4. I want to use tool change. So now we need to go place station 3 and then grab 4. That makes sense? I think so. All right, let's do it. So 1, input, tool change. As you can see, so it will go, dump that tool, all right? Then go back, index, and grab the next one. And then close, go back, flip the V-axis, and done. So, doing this, I think I'm pretty much done. Setting up the tool on the ATC is pretty user-friendly, really simple. And I think, what else to do here? I think we're done. One more thing, let me show. I'm gonna move the axis manually, just to show you the retract thing. So I'm gonna move X2 like here on center, and I'm gonna put on a bad spot. I'm gonna move the C2 toward the front, right? So let's say machine stopped there for any reason, right? So being on the HMI ATC screen, you see it's not a good spot, so I can handle that from the ATC screen, right? So which one I should use? Do you know? Remember? Which one will be? It will be choice number 10, back spindle retract. And again, it will retract first, Z2, and then move the X2 to a fixed position. Let's do it. 10, input. See? All right, let's look inside the machine. Input. So as you can see, it's going Z2, right? And then X to a safe position. All right? So there's other M codes that you will be using for the ATC inside the program and get used to it. And it's a really old code. It's M141, and you can use M141 Q1. And what it does, it will put the X2 specific what it is right now. It will be a safe position for the tool change. This concludes today's section of L220 Type 12 ATC machine. We hope you enjoyed and found today's section helpful. Please stay tuned and look for upcoming videos. All our videos you can find on our YouTube channel, Citizen-Cincom. We are here to help, and if any question, please contact your local distributor or any MCC office. Thank you. Also, I want to show, very exciting working on this. This is one of our project upcoming for next year. This is a touch probe, I call like whips. This is wireless intuitive probe system. And I have been working on this. Just want to show everybody. This will be really cool that you can make a part and then just grab this from the magazine and measure your parts, right? And also for those that use drag whirling, in this case, because we have MEU 110, this will be an option for drag whirling from NTK. The holder, this is standard from us. it will use 4 inserts, and we can whirl. There's some restrictions on the length that you can whirl, but it will be an option. So please keep following us on the upcoming videos. I want to share with everybody, and I think all of you will love.